Hey, welcome back to another episode of World of Color. Oh man, we did so much fun stuff in the last episode, and I'm excited to get into it. We got one building, as you can see, done behind me, but I think it's time to bring a little life. So today, oh that's fun, I do a little dance in my chair. But today we're going to bring a little life, and you're going to see what that means here in a minute. But I want to start getting some life in this area, start getting a little bit more that we can play with. Maybe see what this hook does on our hand. Oh man, I'm still loving those monkey ears. But we're going to jump right into it, and I'm going to show real quick activities we did in between to kind of get us some better gear. As you can see, where is it? How do I show it? We have gear on now, but you can toggle them on and off, which I love. So we can wear that gear without having to do it. So let's jump into some of the grindy stuff that we did. And I'm just going to show some clips there, and then we're going to jump into the actual fun. So let's go. We did some mining so that we could get enough stone for all the back walls that we're doing. Found some marble, which I'm loving using marble. It's a little harder to dig out, even with the efficiency. But we're going to use lots of this. Picked up some of the ores while we were down here too. Came back and got some mud. I love mud. Well, I don't know. Do I? I use it a lot in some of my other series, but I guess we'll have to find out if we use it here. And of course, we did some deep slate looking for some of those other materials, but I'm not going to just show you this. We're actually going to jump in and bring our area to life. So let's jump up there and do that. Okay, and with that grinding came adding part of a building. Now I want to bring some of that life, and I keep saying life, it's going to be villagers, but I've started kind of putting a back staircase. We're going to need to build something better and some beds. Now I built some cool looking beds and some traditional. I don't know if villagers sleep in both kinds there, but we kind of did that. I started laying out a little on the front here of the project we're going to be working on today. So one is going to be a tiny little stairwell that will feed these rooms eventually, and then our next build here. So that's kind of what our skyline's going to look like. But before we do that, we got to get some of these villagers. Now I'm told modded is a little bit different, so I'm kind of curious what that's going to look like. I found these things called traders, where I believe you can put a villager inside of them, and it makes it easier. I don't know. I'm going to at least take some with us. We've got our boat ready. I think we're going to go over to that big floating boat group. I don't know what you call them. That fleet of boats, and see if we can get some of those villagers. So let's jump in the water and go get some. And I'm heading towards that boat, and I realize there are two guys floating way away from there. I don't know if they're trying to swim for the land. Well, let's see if we can maybe pick them up here. Guy, you want to get in the boat? Let's see, if we stop, will he jump in? Oh yeah, maybe that's going to be the easy way to get him. I also heard from one of you commenting that I can like shift click on this guy and pick him up. Did I do it? Why is he stuck to me? I don't know what just happened. Did I get in my inventory? Alright, I'm not quite sure what I did, but somehow these guys are riding on each other. So we're going to take it. We're going to take these two back to our city, and hopefully, I can't even see where I'm going, but hopefully when we get there, they'll run towards the beds and won't die during the night. So let's take them back, and hopefully they find their spot. Uh-oh, there's the ground I was talking about. Alright, back to regular mode. Alright, now I slept the night away and left them in the boat. So let's get out our axe here. We're going to swim a little closer so they get right on the land, and I'm hoping they track towards that building. That's why I broke my bed. Oh, and are they going to know how to get off of each other's shoulders, or are they just going to run around like that? Oh man, that's hilarious. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to pick a profession over here. Are they interested in the cardboard boxes? I'm hoping they go for that building. I wouldn't be surprised. if they are trying to get to those workstations. So let's maybe break those. I know we're going to lose some lava. That's just going to have to be a sacrifice to see. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, interesting. This time I was able to grab them with the Easy Villager mod. And maybe it was because I had this thing in my hand. Now they're in my inventory. What can I do with them? No, not that. Do I put this thing like on the ground maybe? Oh, and stick them inside. That's cool. And can I don't know, let's see. Can we put a grindstone in there? Oh, perfect. And it puts a trader in there. Now what happens when I break that? Oh my gosh, it stays together? Oh, this has given me so many ideas. Now the question is, can I take the guy back out? Cycle trades. Oh, that is so cool. But what if I do... Uh-oh. Oh, I've got a different guy in there now. Alright, we've got a lot to learn about how this works, but that's going to be pretty cool. And I wonder what other ones are there. Let's see. If I type this in, what are these even called? Trader. Alright, so it doesn't really tell me much there. It seems like someone told me there's like an iron farm version. Let's just check real quick. Iron farm, what do I do? Oh, okay. So I just make the stuff and then it becomes that, and maybe I put the villager in? Oh man, guys, I gotta experiment here for a second. Let me see if I have some iron, stone, and glass panes. If not, let me make them real quick. And then we're gonna do some experimenting because these seem pretty cool, and maybe I'm gonna need to go get more villagers. Oh, that's so funny in my hand. What does he look like here? Oh yeah, I got a little villager in my hand. That's so cool. Alright, distraction aside, let's see if we can get some of these built. But I do think that I do want to have regular villagers walking around here, make this not feel so empty. So maybe we'll get some to live in here and some to live in these trader booths. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Let's do it. Okay, took me a second, but I think we figured it out. And as I was playing, I actually just typed in farm to get that iron recipe and realized there is one for a farm. I'm not sure what it does. I don't see some information. So we're going to craft it because it looks like it's the same recipe but with dirt. And then I believe the one with the iron. Yeah, it's that easy. So now we got one. It looks like you don't even have to capture a zombie. So we're going to stick this here. And I believe if I just put him in here. Oop. Oh man. How do I... Oh, there we go. Oh. Come on. There we go. So is he just in there with the zombie forever? I gotta see this. And I assume I don't have to do anything. Oh yeah, it just shows the output. Okay, is the iron golem gonna spawn in there? Alright guys, it is happening. I've been doing some crap planning. But yes, a little golem is spawning in there. Dies, and we get the iron and the poppies. Oh man. I'm gonna make so many of these. I was already thinking where in here we could put an iron farm. Okay, so I'm gonna have to watch that now that we've slept and just see if the iron golem is gonna keep going and how fast they produce this, because I was worried we weren't gonna be able to get enough iron, and now I'm wondering how much this one will produce. So let's go grab a few more villagers and see if we can get some of these farms going. And this is gonna probably completely change my concept, because I was gonna put a bigger carrot type farm, the vanilla. Maybe we'll do both. Maybe we'll still put this, because what I was gonna do here is inside of the top half of this building, put a traditional villager carrot farm where the They're harvesting it, throwing it to each other. Maybe for science. Oh wait, Emmy-Tater's not on here. Emmy-Tater loves doing science. So maybe in the spirit of her, we are going to build a traditional farm and then one of these guys and see which one really produces better for us. I think that's the right thing to do. So let's go get a bunch more villagers and bring them over here. All right, and back at the boats, let's see if we can find some of these people that are ready to come back and live with us. This is kind of nice. We might not need a villager breeder. Let's just see if we can pick up a few of the people. There's one. Oh, got out of the boat. Let's see if we can get this guy. Oh, this is going to be nice. This is all we've got to do is come through, pick up the ones that look like they don't have a profession. Definitely don't want the nitwit. Oh, are we getting all of them? Yep. Oh, this is going to be so awesome. All right, I'm going to go through, grab a few more that look like they don't have a job, and we'll take them back. Okay, and we're back here with a whole pocket of guys. I don't know if, oh, there is some females. All right, wanted to make sure we had a good representation across the board. But man, we've got so many villagers. This is going to be awesome because we can put some in there and then obviously some in these little boxes. But we're definitely going to make a few of these. Oh, and it's already produced while we were gone. So let's actually build one more of those. What were they called? Iron Farm? Was that it? There it is. Do we have everything? Oh, perfect. Oh, and it threw my bucket. I guess my inventory's full. But I'm going to love this. If all we have to do is that easy, get them in there, that can produce. Now the next question is, once we start getting some more iron, can we hook it up to a hopper? So we'll experiment with that in a minute. But I want to see if we can get some of the villagers to adopt the beds in here. So then we can get working on building. So I'm not going to let all of them loose, but let's at least put a few of them in here. Why do I still have one in my hand? Can I just keep pressing him? I don't know why. Now all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of them. Oh, is it just... Oh, okay. Well, that was a little confusing. It was pushing them out of my inventory, I guess. So that's good to know. I just kept reloading them. It wasn't just giving me more. Whew. I was going to say, maybe the game's broken. But we're going to see if they'll adopt those beds. Hopefully, that'll get them in this spot. And it seemed like one guy got out. Where did he end up going? Did he make a V-line for over here? You know, I don't know. Maybe he didn't go somewhere. Or maybe he's downstairs. But either way, we've got some villagers over here. I think for now, I'm gonna... Oh yeah, he came down here. He wanted that stand. Let's just break that for now. Keep him as a regular villager. But we might actually move the villager stuff in here temporarily until we figure out what the bottom's gonna be. But up here is gonna be where they're gonna live. We're gonna decorate that out here in the future. So villagers are here. They're going to be roaming around. I'm going to let some of them just wander. But that's awesome. I was worried we're going to have to build a breeder so quick. And I think there's actually a breeding one of these. So this is going to be a cool pack. I'm glad that's in here. But let's get a few more of these going. I'm going to start figuring out what we're going to do for the build over there. And I think it's time to go from kind of this experiment mode into some building mode. All right, time to get this building party going. And I decided I was going to put up a wall of all the different colors. So obviously we've already done blue here. And we've got these woods so far. I'm hoping there's going to be other colors, maybe even in the nether. Some purples, which we have purple leaves, but not a purple wood yet. We've got these colors to work with so far. So what I'm almost thinking is this little tiny one. I'm wondering if I use this blossom planks. It's a little darker. It's going to look almost like a brownstone or a redstone house. And I think we can use our crafter in there to get some different variants. And then this one, because it's bigger, I'm thinking we either do the pink or the light pink. I kind of like the mahogany. I think it's a little more colorful. This is almost turning onto the grayscale side. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a blue one with a tiny little stairwell of that, and then a pink one next to it. I think that's going to work. Let's jump in. Okay, and I got a little carried away with the exterior. We got the front in. I'm still working on the inside, as you can see, but we're starting to get there. And I've moved all my tables out here, hopefully to make it a little easier. But we've kind of gone with a dark middle piece here. I kind of want the main buildings to be the brighter colors. The ones that act as alleyways or maybe as stairways are going to be a little darker. And as you can see, I set it back a block. So that's really the concept behind this. Now, the idea is that a villager or myself would be able to come in, go up the stairs, and go into their bedroom. So we're going to still need to decorate this out. As you can see, I have one wall. And really what I'm trying to do here too is each building will have its own wall, no shared walls. So when we start getting more blocks, if we wanted to make the inside of this a little bit different than that, then we can do it without affecting either one. So it'll be the same here. We'll finish the wall off here. That building will have its own wall. And so as we start getting more materials, we can really start customizing the walls inside a little bit better than we have. So that is that exterior. Now I'll go through, and I'm waiting for some stone to keep smelting over there. We need to get some silk touch on our pickaxe. So I might work on that too. And I should probably figure out where these stairs are going to keep going up. But that's all stuff I can do off camera. I want to start getting to this building and see if we can get that in. And surprise, we went a little bit on the more crazy side. We were originally just going to go with the mahogany, but we also got the light pink in there. I definitely want to make sure our builds are monochromatic, and this is a perfect time to start looking at the full range. So I did make the main body the darker of the two pinks, and then tried to use the pink and even diorite. Yes, that's diorite. There's some cool things you can do with diorite in here. Some of the marble, some of the, oh man, what are these? Calcite. And so there's a lot of cool stuff we can do. Now I'm going to start needing a lot more marble if I'm going to keep doing this. Luckily, we've been able to find a lot of veins so far. But really with this one, I am going for this thing to kind of be like a market type look. So we're going to start adding some of the details now so it looks more like a market. And I realized that I've got a lot of interiors to do. So I think in the next episode, we might start tackling some of these interiors. But one of the things that I found was really cool is we can actually come in here and build out crates. And when I was doing this, I noticed that there's this button, and that's cool because it looks like you can pick which kind of crate you want. And I love that we can decorate this way, because now if like I don't like that one, we're gonna come in and maybe we like this one better. And maybe we want a few different kinds. So that's kind of cool because then we can come in and see what these are gonna look like. I don't even know all of which kinds of plants do blueberries. Nope. So see, that's one thing I'm gonna have to learn is which ones are here. But what I'm loving, oops, oh, that's cool. You can unpack them. I guess that makes sense. But now what we're gonna be able to do is really kind of just start sprucing this area up, make it look like it's some kind of a fruit stand or produce market. I don't know how we're gonna set those up. That looks a little too plain. Maybe it's just a bulk. We need more of them. And obviously we don't have an inside, and I still don't have this wall. But you know, that is something we can do offline. The back portions, that's all fine. But what I want to do is, and I guess I should give you a little bit of an update, is these things have been doing amazing. Just getting those facades in, look at how much iron and carrots these are cranking. So it's pretty cool. This guy grows up the carrots. I've hooked up the hopper so it all comes in here. And then obviously those two things are producing. So that might kill some of the excitement I wanted to do around here. So those farms may take away from the actual like traditional village-based carrot farm, but I still want to build one. That's kind of why we put the sign here, is we can kind of hide that behind there. You won't be able to see it, but I'm going to hurry and install those. Those are pretty quick. It's basically just farmland with a way for one villager to chuck carrots to the other villager. So let's grab that real quick. It's just a bunch of dirt. We can get that in pretty quick. And then I think that's where we're going to end it today, as we're starting to bring life in. Oh, and maybe we'll even let those villagers in the back out and see if they'll start coming out the door and wandering around. This guy keeps wanting to sit on the chair. Not sure, but he sure does. So let's get those in, get the villagers we need in there. And I think that is going to be a good stopping spot for today. Okay, and we got some more of these crates in, which I think that's looking so much better, especially once we get some stuff inside. But at least this is going to be, when you're out here, you'll notice this one's got kind of the places to sit. This is going to have the crates. You're going to see I've now opened the villagers up. I want to see if they come out, what they start exploring. Hopefully they stick in this area. We'll find out. But we did move 2 of them to this new regular vanilla Minecraft carrot farm. So we got it all built up. You can see they're at least interacting. I don't think he's harvested anything because it's all brand new. But we've got a traditional one going now, so he can go around, harvest the carrots. If you don't know how this works, he comes over, tries to throw it in there. It hits the hoppers instead of going to him. So we've got Carson in there, and we've got Denny. I don't know how the names are generated, but there you go. We have those 2 guys in there. And we're going to really kind of do the 4 science thing. Again, shout out to Emmy Tater for that. If you haven't checked her out, go check out her videos. They're really fascinating, especially the science ones. So we're going to let that one run. We're going to let the ones in here run and kind of see what does better. Is it going to be this single block, or is it going to be the ones that we just built in there? And if that does well enough, maybe we'll do a second layer. I don't know. Those little ones are pretty dang convenient. So maybe we'll just really stick with the modded version and go that direction. But at least we know there's something fun inside this building. It's not just an empty space. But that is going to do it for this episode. Man, I didn't think we would get this much done. We keep building some really cool things, and I'm loving this modded. We can do so many more fun things, so many more colors, and so many more blocks. So definitely let me know down in the comments how you think I could dress this out a little bit better. I'm not as good with interiors as I am exteriors. So if you know any of the things around the furniture, ideas of what we could do in the produce shop, I want to start getting some of those interiors going. In probably the next episode, or maybe I just want to keep venturing. I don't know. Either way, we have so much fun stuff that we can do. So let's jump into that one now. And until then, I'll talk to you soon.